Hey D's fans, welcome to a qualifying final edition of Before the Bounce. We've got a massive preview ahead with the clash with the Dockers, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host Libby Birch. Lib, we're coming off 4 wins in a row, 3 of those against top 6 quality teams. There must be plenty of momentum in this group.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been amazing the last couple of weeks to perform the way we have, but it really does mean nothing now coming against the Dockers in the first final. They've given us a lot of momentum, but you know, it's what you do on the day that counts.
There's been some really different wins in there. Obviously, we came from behind against the Lions. We held on against Freo and they came storming home. We got off to a fast start against the Crows. Is that giving us confidence that we can win from any situation?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's been the perfect build up to finals. We've got so many experiences, as you said, we're a bit behind, been a bit in front a couple of times, so it's been great to have all those different experiences, because that's what happens in finals. You know, there may even be a draw in extra time, you don't know, so you've got to be prepared for anything. We've
been really challenged, particularly last week and in the second half against the Dockers. Haven't really had the game on our terms, but I liked last week Alyssa Bannon injected some pace back into it for us. Are we trying to get that run and that carry going once again?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to make sure that we have a really open forward line and try and get our forwards, you know, as isolated as possible, because we know that they are great in the air and on ground level. And I think Bannon had a fantastic few minutes there where she was just electric. She's so fast, and I think that's great for our forward line.
A really important thing this season has been accuracy and kicking in front of goal. So between rounds 4 to 8, we kicked 23-46. It actually cost us 2 games of footy. Last week we kicked 6-2 against the Lions, and if we hadn't taken those opportunities, we certainly wouldn't have won the game. So that's going to be important again this week. Unfortunately, one player that will be without against the Dockers is Daisy Pearce. She went down with that knee injury last weekend, and while it's really disappointing for the group, Lib, I have no doubt she's going to play an important role off the field.
Oh, absolutely. Daisy is an absolute legend, and she's going to go about her rehab off the field and try and get back for finals or one of the finals. And so we're just so grateful to have a Daisy Pearce around us still. And look, we had 3 quarters without her on the weekend, so we know we can do it. We're more than just one player, but no doubt Daisy will be on the bench doing some sort of game day role for us, because she's so important. Her voice and instruction is just pivotal to how we play our footy.
One thing I really like about finals is it gives an opportunity for girls to stand up and almost be the hero. I'm expecting the likes of Karen Paxman and Shelley Scott to really fire. So Paxi probably had a bit of a quieter game at some moments against Brisbane. Shelley Scott found some form. She kicked 3 goals, and of course some of the younger girls get the opportunity to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, the way that we've developed our culture is that, you know, if one unfortunately goes down, you know, another one stands up, and we saw that with Shelley Scott on the weekend. And I thought Paxi was really pivotal in our forward line, kicking a goal and just being there when it counts. So yeah, I definitely think we've got that trust in each other now to be like, oh, when your moment comes, to really take it.
Eden Zanker's one girl who's been in great form. She got off to an absolute flyer last weekend. First quarter, 14 disposals, 4 free kicks, 253 metres gained. But it's more what she does for the whole midfield. So it's not just the Karen Paxman show anymore. She's got a big body that she can use to not only draw the attention of the opposition, but free up her teammates as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And her aerial game obviously is extremely strong. And, you know, midfielders aren't as tall as Edo is. And, you know, if you kick it up in the air, you know that Edo's going to mark it against, you know, your average midfielder. So that adds a lot of dimension to our midfield group, and she's been really important for us, and I think has really changed the way that dynamic has worked since, you know, round 4, round 5, round 6.
We have to take a look at our opposition, that is Fremantle. We beat them 2 weeks ago by 5 points in Perth, but they'll certainly be hungry for revenge. They lost last week against North Melbourne as well, which has ultimately cost them a home final. So Lib, no doubt they'll be out to get us this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. I think that they've had a really tough 3 weeks. Against Carlton, you know, maybe, you know, there was a couple of minutes there where they won the game, but they maybe shouldn't have won that either. So yeah, they've had a couple of tough weeks, and we know that the travel is hard because we've done it ourselves. So it's going to be a tough trip for them, but, you know, we can't underestimate the power and the hunger that they're going to have this weekend, just because they've had those narrow losses the last couple of weeks.
A few things to look at from the game that we played them. Goldie did a great job on Gemma Howden, so Howden's been the danger forward for them all year. Of course, Goldie's not playing, so it'd be interesting to see who goes her way. Shally Heath did a really good job on Sabrina Duffy, who's a dangerous forward, and Tyler Hanks ran alongside Kiara Bowers, who won the Coaches Award this week. She kept her to a season low 12 disposals. That's her second lowest tally ever, so some big matchups there. you must be looking forward to another one because it was a really heated clash last time we met.
Yeah, it was, and I think Fremantle brought that last week against North as well. They tend to try and intimidate or be a bit of a scuff team, so get in there nice and hard. So we want to make sure that we're on top of that and standing our ground, but making sure that we're focusing on our footy as well.
You mentioned the travel factor. So Fremantle have now travelled 2 weeks in a row. They've got to come down to Casey Fields, where we are 5-0 this year, haven't lost since 2019, and no doubt the senior coach Mick Stineer is looking forward to being on home soil.
Probably a nice place for us to be going, particularly this year, and then a lot of opposition teams probably don't like travelling that extra distance, particularly when you've got to fly in from interstate. So it can be a bit of a double bonus, the home game at Casey. But looking forward to having some great support, and it's great to see the girls getting that support in behind them, and they've deserved it with the performances they've been putting together.
We certainly look forward to playing in front of our home fans in our first home final at Casey Fields this weekend. And I think we need to give credit to Todd Patterson for the recruiting he's done in the off-season. So a lot of people didn't tip us to make the top 8, thought we were in a rebuild phase, but we've got 6 girls playing that have been in the last 2 drafts, and somehow they've managed to build the depth when people thought it wasn't possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're a really underrated side at the start of the year, and credit to Todd and our team that have really built such a great depth throughout the whole squad. We know that our younger players are ready to play, and we've got people fighting for positions, which is what you want, and that's what great teams have.
On the back of that, my lookout for point is around almost the underdog backline. So the girls alongside you. So Shelley Heath started the season or in the pre-season as a wing. She's now playing a lockdown role in defence. We last week saw Gabby Colvin stand up at a really important time. Meg Downey's come in at the right time of the year. And Lauren McGee, whose debut against Bulldogs probably didn't go absolutely to script, but she's come good in a really short amount of time. She's only been in Australia for 3 months, and she's as tough as anyone in the back line.
Oh yeah, she's been fantastic. Watch out for her closeouts. They're fantastic. She's got great tackles, and she's just got speed. Just like Goldie, you can't catch them when they're on the field.
Now, you've got some fun facts for us.
Yeah, I do have some fun fact for us. So last year in our second final, we were originally going to be playing Fremantle in the prelim. So that never happened due to COVID, but yeah, pretty exciting to be sort of in a similar position this year at Casey Fields. And then my second fun fact is that it was the 25th win for Mick Stineer last week, and it was the first time an AFLW coach had got to 25 wins, so big congrats to Mick.
A nice milestone there, Liv. Looking forward to seeing you out there. Good luck at Casey Fields on Saturday afternoon.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks to everyone for watching Before the Bounce. Hopefully this isn't our last episode, and we look forward to seeing you out at Casey this Saturday afternoon.